it doesn't reach all the people in the same way as it originally reached the initial primary audience, then there's a discrepancy in the access to guidance that end users will have, which will put questions of, is God being just here in his delivery of the message or not? Do you understand?
I think you're going on a bit there. Listen, what I want to get at.
Do you understand what I've just said?
Yes,
what have I just said?
Listen, what I want to talk about.
What have I just said?
You're talking about how there could be differences in.
That's not what I just said. You said I'm going on, but you weren't listening to what I said. And
I just want a yes or no answer. I'm not talking about what you're talking about. You're talking
do
about
you understand?
Different.
It doesn't matter. What I've just said.
Wait. I came here to talk about one specific.
What's your name again, bro?
Chris.
Chris, listen. I don't want this to deteriorate.
I was patient enough to. Yeah, I know, but you're not answering me. You're sort of.
What question have you asked that I haven't answered? Give me one question that you've asked that I have not answered.
You're talking about things that I don't think you need to talk about.
One question that you have asked me.
Deviating from
What's
the topic.
The question that you asked me that I have not answered?
I want to know the Muslim belief about the Quran.
I've already told you.
I said, is it true that the Quran is preserved eternally on a tablet? And you said, well, kind of, and then you talked for a while about how all these other things are also preserved. Really, you could have said yes, okay? Just say, I want the very basic Islamic belief.
Why should I
don't want your interpretation of what that Islamic belief is.
But can I ask, Chris,
Yeah?
Why do you care how I answer your questions?
I want to keep very closely to the topic, and I don't want to deviate. I don't want to deviate.
No, if it's relevant to the topic at hand,
right.
And if it's edifying, you said you want edification.
You could have just said yes, because the answer is yes.
I want to elaborate.
Okay.
Are you dictating how I'm answering your questions?
I'm saying that you can't then just go on a tirade about other things.
I'm not tirade. It's not a tirade.
Okay, so let's be very precise with our language and be very clear.
Okay, keep going. What's the next question?
So what I'm saying is it true then that there were reciters of the Quran who had different codexes that had different numbers of surahs in those codexes?
When you say reciters, let's be specific. What do you mean?
Okay, so
acceptable reciters or unacceptable?
And Abdullah ibn Masud.
Okay.
Those are the two I'm referring to. Is it true in Islamic traditions that those two reciters of the Quran, who if I understand correctly, are said to be some of the greatest reciters of the Quran?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. They had different codexes with different numbers of surahs in those Qurans.
In the beginning, Ibn Mas'ud did not consider Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas as part of the Quran.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he later retracted this position at the time of Uthman ibn Affan in the second Lajna. This is what Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani mentions in his compendious work Fath al-Bari. So, is it true, in the beginning there was truth in the claim that Ibn Mas'ud, for instance, didn't consider chapter 113 and chapter 114 to be the Quran. But he later retracted that position when the ijma' happened, or the consensus happened among the Sahaba companions.
Sure. Okay, so my argument then is that it is not viable to say that the Quran has been perfectly preserved if those who knew Muhammad, who were the companions of Muhammad, who heard him recite the revelation, differed on that revelation and could not agree on what it was.
What is your definition of preservation?
I'm talking about the Islamic definition.
What is the Islamic definition?
Perfect. In other words, there is no difference in word.
No, that's not what the Islamic definition is.
That's not what perfect preservation is.
No, that's not what it means.
Okay, so what is it then?
Okay.
It's your view that it is everything is on that tablet, including all errors.
No errors. See, now what you're doing is you're poisoning the well.
Right. Have there ever been mistakes?
Chris, listen to me. You're poisoning the well, and you're not learning.
Okay. I'm not here to learn.
You are here to learn.
I'm here to have a debate with you.
Do you know how to speak Arabic?
I'm here to have a debate.
هل تستطيع أن تتحدث باللغة العربية؟ تحدث معي باللغة العربية.
Why do I need to know Arabic?
لا تحدث معي باللغة العربية.
Why do
أنا أريد التكلم معك باللغة العربية.
Why do I need to know Arabic?
So if you're not here to learn,
I'm here to debate. That's literally what I told you I'm doing.
You're here to learn.
Okay. Did I come here and say I was here to debate?
You're here to learn. Okay. So that's number one.
Wait.
Number two. Number two. Let me answer your question.
See, don't just keep talking like this. See, you keep waffling, and then you throw out insults. That's not a way to do debate.
Did you know that Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani...
This is now just breaking down into insults. Yeah, I haven't insulted you.
I
haven't implied that you're lacking in knowledge. I haven't said that you're learning. I haven't asked if you have a good comprehension of the English language.
That's not an insult.
No, it is. It's belittling. He's belittling people because this is his way of winning arguments.
I'm not winning an argument. I agree. I'm not winning an argument. See, you agree, yeah?
I agree you're not winning the argument.
Okay, fine. So I'm teaching you then. Yeah?
No, you're not winning the argument.
Okay, no problem. I have not made an argument.
I probably agree with that as well.
Okay, good.
Listen, what I'm saying...
What do you want to say?
Okay. My understanding from the Islamic point of view is that perfect preservation means there is no change in any of the Arabic word for word, letter for letter.
Good.
Right.
Where's the source for that?
Muslim scholars.
Who?
Okay,
Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik is not a Muslim scholar.
He's not a Muslim scholar.
Ahmed Dida. He's not a scholar on this. He's not authority.
Okay, Dr. Shabi Ali.
Not authority.
I'm just going to keep naming scholars. You're going to go, not an authority.
They're not an authority.
So they don't know Arabic.
No, they don't. I mean, Zakir Naik doesn't know.
They don't know Arabic.
Doesn't know Arabic. No. Number one, first of all, he says it himself. He says it in his lectures. I don't know Arabic.
Dr. Shabir Ali know Arabic.
Yeah, he does, but he's not an authority on this topic.
He's not an authority.
He's not. So let me explain.
So he's not an authority on the earliest Quran manuscripts.
Of course not.
Dr. Shabir Ali.
Yeah, he's not. He's an authority on Christianity. That's why he's done his PhD in. Yeah.
He's done his PhD in Islamic studies as well.
As far as I remember, he didn't do his PhD on manuscripts and early codexes. No, he didn't. You don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure he did.
No, he didn't. Go and ask him. I've got his number on my phone. Do you want me to call him now and ask him for you?
You can, yeah.
I've got Zakir Naik's number on my phone as well. I spoke with him.
Chat with Zakir Naik.
Oh yeah. No, would you like me to ask him for you? These people that you're mentioning are not scholars of this specific field by their own admission.
Why did Dr. Yasser Qadhi peer review?
He didn't peer review. He's not an authority in this field either.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
No,
he's not. I know him personally. He's a good friend of mine. You don't know what you're talking about, sir.
No, Dr.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yasser Qadhi is an expert on Quranic manuscripts.
No, he's not.
He's not.
No, he's not.
Okay, he peer reviewed.
No, he's not.
Dr. Daniel
He's never claimed. Look, excuse me. He's never once. Yasser Qadhi. I know him very personally. And
he's never written a letter to Dr. Daniel Brubaker.
That doesn't make him an authority.
It's a peer review.
That doesn't make him an authority.
He works. He's a doctor.
Make him an authority?
He has a PhD. He works at the University of Rice.
Chris.
He peer reviews a book about Quranic manuscripts.
Just to be clear, Yasser Qadhi's specialism is theological heresiology. In the early days.
Well, he's doing something wrong then, because he's peer reviewing.
Anyway, look, I don't want to get into this.
You got that wrong.
I know him personally. I speak to him regularly.
Okay, well, I've read his reply.
His specialism is Aqidah, basically.
Okay, but he feels that he can reply on Dr. Daniel Brubaker's book about Quranic manuscripts.
Dr. Shabir Ali, by the way, his PhD is in biblical literature.
Sorry, I misspoke. When I said Shabir Ali, I meant Yasser Qadhi. Sorry.
Okay, look, Chris, sorry. Let me just explain to you who our authorities are.
Sure. Because are you in a position to dictate that?
Pardon? Yes, I am.
You were in a position to dictate who the authorities of Islam are?
Yes, I am. Because this, in accordance with basically the view of scholarship, Islamic scholarship. So, for example, we have three groups of, you can say, the Mutaqaddimin. In the Mutaqaddimin period, which is the early period of Islam, you have the Sahaba themselves, the companions, like you mentioned, Mas'ud is an authority, a major authority, Ibn Abbas and those guys. And then you have the Tabi'in and so on, of course. But then, in terms of written works, you have people like At-Tabari. He's a major authority. Abu Amr al-Dani, he's a major authority. These are the early authorities.
Okay.
Hold on, let me finish. Why are you...
Because you want this to be a lecture. I've made points and you don't address them. You just go into a lecture.
No, because the reason why this is important, your point was, you said...
Not been perfectly preserved.
No. Right? You said that preservation means perfect preservation. That there's no...
You disagree.
You said what? Can you repeat what you said?
That there is no difference in letter by letter.
Yeah, no difference. But I'm saying no one said that.
No one said that. I can't find people in this park who have said...
No. Who cares about this park? This park is either lay people.
So you're disagreeing with Mansour?
No.
You're disagreeing with Mansour?
No. I don't know what Mansour said, so for me to disagree with it. I'm not going to take it from you.
Mansour said
there is no difference in the
Quran.
Listen. Sorry.
Okay, so Mansour's wrong. He's just
I'm not going to say that Mansour's wrong. You're putting words in my mouth. Be genuine with your speech.
Okay. I am being genuine. I know what he has said. I have spoke to him personally.
Doesn't matter.
And I have seen videos.
It doesn't matter.
See, when I give you an argument, you say it doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying it doesn't. Because
right. So I've demonstrated to you that Muslims do make that argument.
Who?
Mansour. I literally gave you
I'm telling you authorities. You're telling me Mansour.
Right. Okay. So Mansour is an authority.
So are we
he has no idea.
We're not authorities.
Well, you just said you could teach me.
No.
You're claiming to be an authority. People in this park call you a scholar.
No. That's a mistake.
Okay.
I'm not
don't call this guy a scholar.
Please. Yeah, of course. I've never claimed that about myself at all.
So let's just get rid of this whole teaching thing then. Let's just make an argument and a point-by-point conversation.
Call it whatever you want to call it.
Okay. So I'm saying there were early disagreements about what the Quran should have been.
No, Chris, your first point. Sorry. No, excuse me, Chris. Your first point was that you said preservation means that it's there's no change in any words.
Right. Letter by letter.
Yeah. That's not true. For example,
are you saying that there's not preservation? No, I need clarification.
No. What I'm saying is that the understanding of preservation, hifz, yes, the understanding of hifz or preservation is not that there's no variance. That's
So there are variants in the Quran.
absolutely, everyone agrees that.
Everyone agrees there are variants in the Quran.
Chris, yes.
You all believe in that?
Yeah, Chris.
Wow. All right.
Chris, yeah.
Thank you.
Chris, yes.
My argument I wanted to come
No,
here
no,
today
excuse me,
was to
Chris.
demonstrate that the Quran has not been perfectly
No, no,
preserved,
but-
and you've disagreed to
No,
that.
Chris.
You've just
Chris,
what? That's it. We don't need any more.
You're either acting the fool or you are the
No,
fool.
no. I only wanted to know.
You're either acting the fool or you're embarrassing yourself.
I asked you. See, you're ad homining
look,
again.
Chris.
You're ad homining again.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He just did ad hominem, and he just said it doesn't matter.
It's not an ad hominem. It's an ad hominem.
See, again, he
No,
makes
it is.
insults.
No, it's-
He makes insults.
it's-
Why are you not capable of having an argument?
I'm having a
Instead, you
conversation.
insult and you belittle.
All right, Chris.
Don't belittle me.
Okay, forget it. I'm not going to belittle you.
Yeah.
Let's deal with the arguments.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Early sources. Let me give you the exact.
No, wait, let's go back to
please.
what I said.
Let me. Yeah. I'm going back to what you said.
Perfectly preserved Quran.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is preserved. You're misunderstanding the word preserved.
Okay, what does it mean? What does
Okay,
it
let
mean?
me. Shall I explain it to you?
Yeah, it's fine.
Excellent. So now, there's two views in Islam. What the word preservation of the Quran means. I'm being very generic here. Obviously, there's more, but two major views. Yeah, let's say there's the views of what you call the Qurra, and the Mutakallimun. So this includes people like Ibn al-Jazari, who's a major authority in Quranic manuscripts and the Quran itself. It includes people like Fakhruddin al-Razi, who's a mutakallim, and others. That's one group. They say that in order for the Quran to be preserved, every single variant, because the thing is, first and foremost, the Prophet Muhammad said in a hadith, he said, "Unzila al-Quran ala sab'ati ahrufin." So the Quran has been revealed on 7 different variants.
Yeah, no.
So that doesn't mean to say that every single word of the Quran is variant. It means on select words, there are more than one way of saying it. And the reason why the Prophet said that, just the background, the reason why the Prophet said that is he said that it's in order to make it easier for a Shaykh al-Fani, like elderly people and other people, for making it easier, more facilitated, for people with different tribes, for people with different backgrounds and so on. Chris, let me finish.
I'm not just going to let you just keep going on and
No,
on.
I haven't finished. No, I'm
Yeah, but I don't need all the background. I don't need the background.
Allow me, please.
I just need the argument.
I know, but I need to. Please, just let me finish.
But I know this, so
Do you know this?
Yes, I've